Knowing what others perceive. Animals who live in social groups have to be aware of the fact that their behavior is constantly being monitored by different individuals, whether dominants, potential competitors, mates, or different predators. Individuals act depending on who they are being observed by. By taking the perspective of the individual observing them, they change their behavior accordingly. Perspective taking has been demonstrated in animals across the species, from fish to mice to goats. One study showed that goats exhibited intricate social behaviors indicative of high-level cognitive processes. They are able to perceive a threat based on being within the dominant animal's view. In other words, visual perspective taking. Perspective taking, attributing perception to others, is necessary for many different aspects of animal life, from social politics to competition. Chimpanzees know what conspecifics can and cannot see, and use this knowledge to strategize food competition. Monkeys selectively take food from people who are incapable of seeing it rather than those who are visually aware. And cheating monkeys make sure they're out of view of their partners. Just as animals are watching and deceiving others, they are aware others may be doing the same to them. Fears over surveillance seem to figure large in the bird world too. Ravens hide their food more quickly if they think they are being watched, even when no other bird is in sight. Ravens can generalize from their own perceptual experience to infer the possibility of being seen. Ravens behave completely differently when they feel they are being watched, hiding food more quickly, for example, and are less likely to return to a hiding place for fear of revealing the location to a competitor. Other studies indicate that ravens recall who was watching them during caching, but also know the effects of visual barriers on what competitors can and cannot see, and how this affects their pilfering. Ravens adapt their behavior by attributing their own perceptions to others. Ravens guarded cases of food against discovery in response to the sounds of other ravens only if they knew the food was visible to them. The findings shed new light on science's understanding of theory of mind, the ability to attribute mental states, including vision, to others. Jays cache out of view, or move their caches several times when other birds are present to reduce visual cues available to competitors. They reduce acoustic information available to competitors by caching in softer surfaces to minimize sounds as other jays listen in to locate and steal caches. One of their tactics is to remember which individual scrub jay watched them during particular caching events and adjust their recaching behavior accordingly. One study found that only birds which had themselves pilfered would recache when they had been observed making the initial cache. This has been interpreted as the recaching bird projecting its own experiences of pilfering intent onto those of another potential pilferer and taking appropriate action. Another example of perspective taking can be found in rats who like playing hide and seek and keep extra quiet while hiding. In the seek condition, rats looked for the hidden humans and kept seeking until they found them. In the hide condition, they hid in one of several locations and waited there until being found. Rats vocalized when seeking and finding, and were silent when hiding. They're very vocal. They call all the time because they are thrilled about it. But then they hide. They are pretty silent. Knowing what others know. The ability to understand mental states in others is demonstrated by a procedure called knower-guesser, in which individuals show they can discriminate between knowledgeable versus ignorant informants in a cooperative communicative context. Using the knower-guesser approach, ravens are capable of predicting behavior. Dogs are capable of differentiating between human knowers and guessers, and choose human knowers over human guessers to get assistance or information. Dogs know what others know and what others believe, even if their beliefs are false. In studies on dog training for scent detection, dogs were able to recognize their trainer's beliefs and respond even though the trainers had been given false information. Horses preferred an experimenter who had witnessed a food hiding process over a non-witness when they needed assistance accessing a food source, demonstrating the horses knew who had the knowledge they needed. Knowing what others know is vital in animal societies. Group members follow informed and experienced individuals who become leaders. The most experienced and knowledgeable individuals are chosen for specific tasks, and the knowledge of older, more experienced individuals is valued by other members of the group. Experienced elders pass important knowledge onto new generations. And with age and experience, students eventually become leaders themselves. Informed individuals lead groups, while misinformed individuals lose their influence as leaders and are replaced. Knowledge is crucial for survival, and group members have to recognize which individuals have that knowledge.